Jeff Ross back on camera. He is with us again
back,
tonight. As you said, Lisa Kay, who's normally our sideline reporter, gets all the inside information from the sideline. She is out with a knee injury. She's on injured reserve. Hopefully we'll get her back for our next home game a couple weeks from now. Bouncing ball picked up at the 23-yard line. Moving to the outside was Chang Yang, and I believe he'll stay on the field as the starting quarterback based off of the information provided by the head coach, Alan Horbach. So not great field position. Good kick coverage by the Rough Riders here to start things out.
Not really a good setup on the return by the Vipers. The Rough Riders make quick work of Mr. Yang, and then we'll see what he can do offensively to lead his team now.
We'll try to take a look at those numbers and see if they match up with the positions we were given. I have my doubts.
Tommy Pickles at.
Tommy Pickles. You going to try to track down Tommy Pickles?
I am.
Tommy's at the guard position on offense. He's a defensive end when he's out there on defense. Looks like 13 is actually lined up as quarterback, and wouldn't you know there's no 13 on this roster. And it's a throw to start things out, and it's a complete pass, but then fumbled, and the Rough Riders get on top of it. And it'll be Rough Riders football. First play, caught, fumble, Rough Riders offense comes out.
Well, number 13 throws the ball right into that middle of the zone, and it was tipped at the line of scrimmage. Caught by Phil Wirtz, who came over the middle, and he had both feet down. He made a football move. That's a fumble.
Tough start here for the Minnesota Vipers. It may be a long day, and it started out in not a good fashion for them.
Yeah, the Rough Riders, I felt, did a pretty good job in the first half last week of, taking advantage of miscues by the opposition. We'll see if they can do that again here today.
Should we just call that guy with 13 on his jersey Chang Yang or not?
Sure, why not?
All right.
Give him some pub.
All right, so the Rough Riders' first series here on offense after the turnover. And they started in good position, 1st and 10 from the Vipers' 32-yard line. Hoffman poised and throws. Right sideline, up for it was Aaron Soley. Through the hands and incomplete.
Yeah, Soley that time, he kind of slowed down on that route. I don't know if he didn't think he was going to get the ball right away. But if he goes full bore to that corner, he might have caught that for a touchdown. That was a good throw and good placement by Hoffman.
So it will be second down after the incomplete pass. Hoffman hit a 40-yard touchdown pass to Philip Ditto in the first series last week.
Double coverage.
And did hit Soley for a touchdown pass as well. Ditto had 2. Hoskins with the other offensive touchdown. Here's Hoffman, throws it right. Ooh, a little bit of the butterfingers thrown right side to Jay Greenhill and incomplete. It'll be third down.
It was a good move by Hoffman getting away for some pressure there and throwing it to Greenhill. Greenhill just couldn't get a hold of the ball.
So a little case of the dropsies here early on. Hoffman's done his part. Now he just needs his guys to hang on to the football. Soley split right. Ditto and Greenhill to the left. Warminski in the backfield. Of course, the tight end, Drew Johnson. Good protection. Hoffman to throw. Ditto on the sidelines, juggled it just a little bit, but he has that ball. That'll be a complete pass, and Ditto at the seat of his pants there after making the catch. A hit was delivered by number 35, one of the two. I'm going to go with Elijah Bronson over Brad Crom on that one.
I would say so. And number 1, which is not on our roster, was covering and giving a huge cushion to Philip Ditto, who made a very, very good football move to catch the ball at the sideline and just maintain possession for the first down.
Coach Horbach was so cooperative with these numbers for our broadcast today. Handoff to Warminski. Nice step move, and he'll take that ball forward across the 15 down to the 12-yard line. Nice run by Craig Warminski. Yeah,
Calvin Payton that time, too, doing a good job getting to the second level to kind of spring that. Warminski did the rest. Good run, good vision that time by number 8.
Hoffman with a play fake. Rolls and throws, has the end zone, touchdown, Greenhill.
Nice little play fake to set that up. Didn't really suck anybody in, but Hoffman did a good job just throwing strong side. he had Soley and Greenhill over there. He was obviously going to Greenhill. I think Soley thought he was going to him because he did like a Sub-Zero slide from Mortal Kombat in the back of the end zone, thinking it was going to go to him, I think.
12-yard touchdown pass, Hoffman to Greenhill, and the Rough Riders up just like that.
Again, another offensive drive and capitalizing on a turnover. They did that twice last week, and right away in this one.
So Michael Ball with a low line drive kick, got a lot of foot on it, right through the uprights.
There's a
and
flag on the
good,
play.
but there is a flag. Hold on, folks. And they'll decline it. So a 7-0 lead here for the River City Rough Riders early goings of this first quarter with 13:34 left. We've got the scoreboard this week.
Yeah,
it's not set for soccer.
It's running great. They got a new scoreboard operator, and he's on his game right here. I didn't hear any vulgarities toward it, for 2 hours, or thinking my car was getting stolen in the parking lot, for quite some time.
The siren.
Yeah.
Special thanks to River City Rough Riders 2018 sponsors. Thanks to Pepsi of La Crosse, as well as the Old Style Inn, Bacalar's Meats, NFL Play 60, USA Football, and Subway of La Crosse, just to name a few. Now the Rough Riders set to kick off. A bad start for this Vipers team, who is at the beginning stages of their Northern Elite Football League lives, and a lot of work to be done. Again, all we can say is we made every effort to get a correct roster with numbers, and that just didn't happen.
It's only the second game of the season.
I don't even think we have like 5% of the right numbers.
No, you're probably right. Because I know Warren Sapp hasn't come out of retirement, and he's over there. Jeez.
And kickoff here for the Rough Riders. Jake Braun. And not much on the return. Good kick coverage by the River City Rough Riders. In on the stop, Vontre Phelps.
Yeah, Phelps that time like a bullet coming in there and making a big play. And I believe it was Eric Lyons on the return, if I'm correct, number 19.
So second series here for the Minnesota Vipers, trailing 7-0. First play from scrimmage was a pass, caught, and fumbled.
It's not how you want to start a football game, that's for sure.
Still look for a little more success. Chang Yang, the starting quarterback, as we know it. Different number, but Yang will throw again, and he'll have pressure. Sacked, brought down hard in the backfield by Charles Hardy.
Yeah, and Hardy that time just went right around the edge. I don't think that he was even touched. He was almost unscathed around the corner.
Hardy had 2 tackles last week, gets his first sack of the season, and a loss of 8 yards on the play. Knockback just past the 20. So a long way to go here. And things not an auspicious start here for the Vipers. Yang to throw again. Has his receiver over the middle, completes it to Phil Wirtz, and Wirtz hangs on this time, gets across the 30 to the 32-yard line.
That was a good read that time by Yang, because Vontrez Phelps backed up deep in coverage that time right before the play started, almost like they were baiting a zone blitz on the other side, and Yang threw it right in the soft spot there. It was a good read.
So third down and a little less than 8. We'll call it 7.5 yards here for the Vipers. They've yet to run the football. It's been all passing. Got a spread offense working right now. 2 split near, 2 far. And they'll run for the very first time here. And not going to get a whole lot. Just crossed the line of scrimmage. Tackle made by Charles Hardy, his second tackle of the game. And 24, the ball carrier.
James Washington has quite the neon outfit going on underneath his uniform today, sir. Look at that.
He definitely stands out.
He does.
That is flair right
that
there.
Is.
He's got his
it's a
flair.
lot of flair.
4th down, and they're going for it. They must not have a punter. And a sack, and brought down by Bortle. Bortle with a turnover on down, second sack of the game for the River City Rough Riders.
Yeah, Bortle that time, a good strong move around the edge, kind of dipped underneath, got the sack, and I like how he finished that sack, Rick, as Yang looked like he might have got away, but Bortle got a whole handful of jersey to bring him down.
Bortle had 2 sacks last week against the Cowboys, and now he has 3 on the season. And they are feasting on that offensive line right now.
Yeah, absolutely.
Rough Riders football, again, inside Vipers territory. 1st and 10 at the 30.
You got to have continuity on your offensive line, and right now the Vipers do not, as we can see early in this one.
Jay Peoples in the backfield this time. Eric Browning is a slot left. Here's the throw downfield. Looking for Ditto. A little behind him. He tries to get to that ball, but coverage was pretty tight. 24 in front of him there in the end zone.
Yeah, and, Ditto, like you said, he had to go back for that one. Hoffman had a little bit more air under it. It probably would have been 6 points right there.
So Hoffman tries for the end zone strike to Philip Ditto like he did last week from 40 yards out, this time from 30, and it kind of hung up there a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
So 2nd and 10 now. Ditto and Brown to the left. Carbajal to the right, along with Kleinfeld. And the give is to Peoples, who's making some good ground out across the 20 down to, we'll say, the 17-yard line.
Yeah, nice counter trap that time by the Rough Riders and setting that up nicely with the play fake over to Carbajal. Linebackers reacted. Huge hole on the left side. Ditto with a nice block down the second level of the field as well.
So Peoples gets the 1st down. Have that ball spotted at the 18-yard line, 1st and 10. Play fake, and Hoffman overthrows Carbajal. Boy, he was wide open.
Yes, he was.
Had 2 men to beat to the outside.
I think he would have did it, too. He's got good speed. We've seen him in warm-ups the last couple weeks. Carbajal could be a very good playmaker for this team down the stretch.
Yeah, you were saying how much you liked what you saw in the warm-ups.
He's very fluid. He catches the ball great out of the backfield. That one just a little hot right there. I think Hoffman got a little bit excited on the opportunity he had in front of him.
9:59 left, first quarter, 7-0 Rough Riders. 2nd and 10 after the incomplete pass. Hoffman to the air again. Throws right, connects there with Carbajal.
Nice
strips a tackle to the end zone, puts the ball out, and there's 6. Carbajal from Hoffman. 13-0 Rough Riders.
Again, a little bit of a, I guess you could say, flanker route that time by Carbajal. And a good job by Hoffman looking down his receivers. Carbajal wide open. Better run to the end zone with the stiff arm at the end for that leverage. Great play.
So Carbajal with a touchdown catch, stripped a tackle, and glided into the end zone. And now it'll be Michael Balwick to attempt the extra point. He is 5 for 5 this season.
Yep.
They had 1 botched snap. He didn't even have an offer on the ball.
No.
So he'll look to make it 14-0, 9:50 to play here in the first quarter, all Rough Riders. Ooh, that one was a low line drive. It would have been a nice soccer kick downfield, but that one didn't get any lift on it. And so he misses his first of the season on the offer.
Yeah, line drive right there.
And the Rough Riders like to thank Newey's Vogue as well as Trendsetter LLC, apparel by Ray. Also thanks to Custom Fab of La Crosse, Shimmy's, Dairy Queen of La Crosse, and the Dive Bar, to name a few of those Rough Rider sponsors. So it looks like it's kind of like Groundhog's Day. We're right back to the kickoff.
Yeah.
Early on in this one.
Feel like it. Yeah, we're lucky that drone wasn't out there on that line drive kick, Rick. The new Rough Rider drone that's flying around out here. I don't know.
I think they're going to get some pretty good footage. Hopefully they can share some of that stuff. We'd be more than happy to use some of it in our production as well if whoever it is that has that drone wants to share some of that footage.
Yeah, somewhere Bill Belichick's angry because we just stole his trademark.
Yeah, it is his thing, is it not?
So they say.
Jake Braun with another kick, end over end high, short, fielded at the 31-yard line, and that'll be Marty Harris, gets driven back, gang tackled. Forward progress probably got him up to about the 34-yard line. That's where they'll start out 1st and 10.
Now let's see if the Vipers can get something rolling offensively. The offensive line has to come together here because Yang has got a lot of pressure coming his way every snap of the ball. And like you said, Rick, a lot of passes, only to run the ball one time. That wasn't successful either.
If you are watching and wondering why we aren't calling the players for the Vipers by whatever name is on the back of their jersey, it's because we were instructed that they are they had to buy jerseys to get into today's game because their official Vipers jerseys did not come in. So don't be confused by the names on their backs. Yang throws left, completes a pass, and stuck hard. Completion was to Angelo Martin, but boy, was he drilled.
Yeah, Anton Dorsey coming in and read that very, very well. Great stick, and that's how you teach it right there, especially when that receiver gets possession. Quick shoulder, knock it down.
Knocked down at the line of scrimmage. Smelling salts for Angelo Martin after that hit. Clock ticking down towards the 9-minute mark left here in the first quarter. 13-0 Rough Riders. Vipers have had tough goings, have not gotten a first down yet. Low snap. Yang going to have to use his feet this time to the outside. He'll pick up 5 on the play, so a positive play for the Vipers. There hasn't been tremendous numbers of those. One for a complete pass earlier on to Phil Wirtz.
Dorsey again on the tackle on the outside. Really not much Yang could have done as the pressure was in immediately again by the Rough Riders.
Well, he started out in trouble with a snap that wasn't on target.
Absolutely.
And the way the Rough Riders are getting through this offensive line, he has to make quick decisions to either go with it or chuck it away.
You don't see your new center, James Daniels, doing that.
Yeah, that's right. Here we go. Give left. And there's a nice positive gain. 24 takes it in towards midfield, and that was about a 15-yard pickup.
Yeah, right off of the left side right there, and just a simple counter dive. I think the Rough Riders were a little surprised on that one.
Am I the only one? Now, the people watching, they can't tell, but I'm smelling grilled sausages and burgers right now.
Right over there.
And it smells fantastic. You might actually hear my stomach grumbling. The thought of those sausages. Yeah, that too. Here's a throw over the middle. Intercepted, and that's picked off by the Rough Riders. Kellen Lager still downfield. Lager dished it off left, and here's an opportunity now for the Rough Riders to take it to the house, and they do get – they're going to say he was – I believe they said he was out of bounds at the 7-yard line.
He stepped out on the 7.
And nice work by J. Rock Staley to take that ball on the pitch after the interception by Lager. And the newcomers to this team are making a huge difference.
Yeah, how about Lager, though, with the awareness of the lateral with J. Rock just standing right there waiting for it. And a great play. Yang didn't even see Lager sitting in the middle of the field. I felt like I was watching old tapes of just random quarterbacks that have no clue, like Anthony Dilwig for the Green Bay Packers. Rich Campbell for the Green Bay Packers. We can go on and on.
Bringing up some real winners.
Oh, my God.
So, again, great field position. 1st and goal for the Rough Riders from the 7-yard line. That's where they say J-Rock stepped out of bounds. 7:16 to play. It's already 13. They have running clocks in this league.
Yeah,
we might get to that here before halftime.
It's very possible.
Nice fake there. Here's Drew
block.
Johnson takes it right into the end zone. Nice trick play. And Drew Johnson takes it in from 7 yards out. And the Rough Riders are dominating here.
How about the block by Jake Braun to seal that on the outside? That was a very, very nice offensive play call for that 2-point conversion.
19-0. 7:11 left here in the first quarter. They're going to go for 2 here. I think they will. Indeed. Warminski in the backfield. So if Eric Brown's wearing 5, who's wearing 6?
Now Braun getting it now on the opposite end for the 2-point.
Braun is used to getting into the end zone. He did it a few times as a tight end, and he makes it 21-0 here, 7-11.
Yeah, and getting rewarded on the great block to set up the touchdown on the last play, and the Rough Riders right now smelling blood in the water pretty early in this one.
This is tough to start out with for the Vipers. I mean, it really, nothing's gone right. The interception was thrown with no white jersey in the area.
Absolutely not. And I don't know, as the quarterback of the team, you got to be able to look that off. And Yang just threw it right in the middle of the field. There was 3 Rough Riders right there and nobody else in sight. So I don't know what he was thinking was going to happen. Maybe a wide receiver ran the wrong route. I don't know. Hard to say.
Jake Braun ran it in for a touchdown. Now he's going to kick off again. And he's been getting some good hang time on the ball.
Absolutely.
Kick coverage has been fantastic.
Hey, there's Tommy Pickles right there. Number 68. There he is.
He's not back for a return. Let's just say that.
No.
All right, so Braun sent to kick. It's been all Rough Riders early on. This time a low-line drive kick. Goes right past.
A free ball.
The returner picks it up at the 6. Couple moves to the outside and buried deep in their own territory, the Vipers from their own 13, 1st and 10.
Yeah, ball getting by number 7 right there, and the Rough Riders good contain on both sides of the football. There wasn't really much that was going to happen there for the Vipers.
Again, thanks to Matt's Auto and Repair, another one of those great sponsors for the Rough Riders in 2018. Hopefully you found us on our YouTube channel. We had a little issue with the event stream. We'll have to figure that out for our next one. Make sure that is all good to go. Those of you that tried to go to CooleyRegionSportsNetwork.com probably not getting any video on the stream up there. It might be going through the one from last week's game, though.
Yeah,
for
absolutely.
all I know. But I know we are live right now. I know we are streaming on YouTube, so that's good. Eric Brown is back to number 6.
He just decided he didn't like number 5, or? Yeah, I don't know.
Yep. So very deep of the Vipers, 1st and 10. Ball at the 15-yard line. And a running play that goes nowhere. 24 buried in the backfield. Tyler Bortle off to a good start in this one.
Yeah, Bortle's been just a dominant force in this one so far, making a couple big plays. And overall, this defensive line for the Rough Riders has had their way with the Vipers so far in this one.
Loss of 3 on the play, 2nd and 13. No, they're going to move that ball up. Boy, that's a generous spot. Gets it back just shy of the original line of scrimmage. So initially they had the spot back about 3 yards. Rough Riders shift on defense.
Almost intercepted, too.
And they're celebrating a bit.
Yeah, Kevin Suber reached up and almost picked that ball off.
Suber, one of those veterans. And James Washington up there, too, was celebrating on the play. Vipers call a timeout to talk things over. We'll take a quick break here. It's Rough Riders 21. A Minnesota Vipers nothing. 6:11 to play here in our first quarter of play.
Ever dreamed about doing what these guys are doing right now on CRSN? Ever think about having a career in sports broadcasting? There are great jobs right now for play-by-play announcers, sportscasters, and sports directors at great radio stations all over the U.S. and other jobs like air personalities, producers, voiceover people, and more. At Radio 1 Broadcast School, you get trained and ready for your new radio job. Hit up our website, radio1school.com. That's radio1school.com. This is River City Rough Riders Northern Elite Football on the Cooley Region Sports Network.
Rick and Scotty back with you from Swanson Field, Logan High School. Rough Riders football. It's been all Rough Riders. 21-0 to score if you're just joining us here on Coulee Region Sports Network. The Vipers took a timeout, and let's see what they can do with this 3rd and 10 situation. Pitch out to 24, cutting back inside, strips one tackle, not going to get loose this time. Had an anchor on his back, and his name was Kevin Suber.
Yeah, option play that time and really not going anywhere. I don't even think they gained a yard on that play.
So 4th down, we'll find out if they're going to have somebody punt the football this time or just.
Yeah, number 24 could have used Kiefer Sutherland to bail him out on that one.
Was that a old 24 show reference?
It was.
He has his new show now.
No, I actually don't.
Designated Survivor.
Really?
Yeah, it's on ABC. You've never heard of it? He's the president.
I'm going to have to check that out.
He was the designated survivor, and he becomes president when everyone gets blown up.
Wasn't he like the Secretary of State or something like that?
No, he was the Secretary of Housing.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and he became the president, yeah. It's a good show, actually.
Yeah, I'll have to check that out.
Not bad. So we will see a punt, it appears. Phil Wirtz will handle the duties. Wirtz, oh boy, he's in trouble and whipped into the end zone.
Is that going to be a safety, or are they going to? Nope. I thought maybe they might call that a safety, but Rough Riders are going to get the ball on the 3-yard line here, Rick. This is supposed to be an exhibition.
This is not competitive. this is just there's just nothing happening on one side.
This is like watching Alabama playing a Division II school on a Friday night.
Yeah. I don't think that's even a good one. I think that's
UWL going to be a pretty powerful team this year, I think.
So a 1st and goal from the 3-yard line.
A timeout.
And they'll take a timeout. So, Scotty, your assessment of your Green Bay Packers draft picks.
I liked it. I really liked what Gutekunst did in his first draft.
What's that name again?
Brian Gutekunst. He is the GM of the Packers.
Yep, I know that.
Ted Thompson, this was definitely not. There were some people when they traded down, and when we were watching the draft together, when they initially traded down, I thought to myself, what are they thinking? Okay. Trading down to 27 was risky. When they got the 1st-round pick on top of it from the Saints, I think we all thought quarterback. We thought Lamar Jackson, and here comes Marcus Davenport walking down the aisle for the Saints. But then they jump back up and get Jair Alexander, a guy that I really liked, especially his recovery speed. And then to get Josh Jackson in round 2, that was a nice coup.
Doubled up on the secondary. Here's Warminski. Spins off one. He does get stopped there back at the line of scrimmage. And stepping up, number 35, Elijah Bronson, for a 2nd tackle of the game.
Yeah, not really a lot of blocking to help Warminski that time on that side of the line of scrimmage. It was almost like everybody was absent. Warminski was on his own.
We had a get well soon Lisa Kay from, looks like, Jake Binhire,
yeah,
who is watching the game on YouTube. So 2nd and goal here for the Rough Riders. Loss of 1 on the play, on the carry by Warminski. Warminski this time plugging forward, but going to be stopped right short of the goal line. So it will be now 3rd down and goal to go. Picks up 3 on the play.
24 and 99 in on the stop for the Vipers.
So with those corner picks, I will wait until after. I was going to ask you what you thought the scenario was of who will be playing, who will be starting for the Packers in that scenario. Nice throw to the end zone, complete the pass, and it'll be Carbajal with a touchdown catch, 2nd of the game. And the Rough Riders put 6 more up on the board.
Yeah, another good play execution by Hoffman on the play fake, and just goes and looks for Carbajal sitting wide open, nobody around him. Man.
27-0, 3:44 left here in the 1st quarter. So the scenario with the secondary now, and you've picked 2 corners in the first round, or the first 2 picks.
Well, I mean, they picked up Tremont Williams and Devon House for depth. I really don't think they're going to start. I think you're going to see the 3 younglings out there. I think you're going to see Kevin King. I think you're going to see Josh Jackson and Jair Alexander. And I think they'll rotate out. I wouldn't be surprised if they utilize King as that star defender, the guy that goes around the field and kind of the weakness locator, the guy that'll blitz off the edge. Wouldn't shock me at all with his size and length. But, I mean, the Packers honestly went from a position of, and it's early, and you don't want to go in and speculate these guys are going to come in and set the world on fire, but they're definitely better than where they were last month or 2 months ago in that position.
Michael Baldwin got his mojo back. He put it right between the uprights, and it's 28-0, 3:44 remaining here in quarter number 1. So if you go to the sideline and you take a look at Coach Alan Horbach, what do you say to these guys right now? I mean, it's pretty much being handed to them here in this first quarter.
Somebody look up rest stops. That's what I would say.
Okay, it's an interesting.
I mean, honestly, they're not being productive at all. Offensive line can't block anybody right now, and it's just I'm just being honest. Right now, it's embarrassing football.
Yeah.
Is what we're seeing.
You were
right
pointing out some of the glowing accessories the players are wearing.
Yeah.
Look at number 30. Number 30 is Reggie Horace. He's wearing some good orange flair.
Yeah.
He's got the orange shoes.
Yeah, look at that.
Orange gloves.
Now he just needs like maybe some blue in there, Rick, and you'd be really happy with that.
Yeah, right.
Some
It'd be
blue and
the Bears colors. And you got a whistle here on this.
And I know
kickoff.
you were extremely happy with the Bears draft. I thought they did quite well. I think, getting Anthony Miller and getting James Daniels in the 3rd round, those to me signified that Pace sees the writing on the wall. It's like, I need to get guys to help my quarterback. I need to get guys to get this offense rolling. I need to do it now. I can't wait.
I was in love with moving back up into the 2nd round and taking Anthony Miller when they did, because I mean, I love that guy. Great receiver at Memphis. He's a gamer. He's got a great attitude. He's going to be a great team player.
And here's the thing. The wide receiver class is weak again next year in the draft. It's not going to be very strong. You probably got one playmaker. Rest of the guys are kind of marginal talents. So to make that, and yes, the trade, some people are like, well, they gave up a lot. Well, Anthony Miller had a super productive college career. And if he can duplicate that in the NFL, I don't think there's any reason why you don't make that trade.
I know the talking heads didn't say he was the best receiver in the draft, but he was my number 1 receiver on my board. That's why I was so happy about it.
I liked him a lot.
And they're going to get decent field position this time are the Vipers. They get the ball up to the 45-yard line. Tackle made by Braun on special teams.
Yeah, you got to give credit to the Rough Riders, though, too. They're not playing down to the level of the opponent. They're rising up and making some big plays defensively. And this defense is the reason why. Even last week, shutting down Stanley in the second half, I thought they did a good job in the 4th quarter containing that running game and getting some turnovers.
Yeah, the way you look at it, too, maybe some guys who don't normally get some playing time going to get in this game today and get some production, get some reps. And my guess is that'll take place probably in the second half. But right now it looks like the big boys still out there for the most part for this Rough Rider defense that has been having their way with the Minnesota Vipers here in their 2018 debut in someone else's jerseys. Carry up the middle. Nice running there by 24. Eventually he's brought down after a pickup of 7. Rough Riders get the stop by Bryce Lease.
Yeah, just a quick draw right there. Good running by 24, like you said, Rick. And, my comments were a little harsh. I kind of apologize a little bit, but, I mean, I'm just calling it like I see it. It's just been rough out here for this team. They have no continuity whatsoever.
I haven't seen number 10 out there yet, have you? Because the running back's supposed to be Demetrius Hawkins. So is he maybe wearing 24, you think?
Possibly.
They're so close, those numbers, 10 and 24.
Well. Yep.
Here's the carry up the middle again. Got a flag thrown after a 2-yard pickup.
Nope. Start
holding.
offense.
That was holding, I thought.
Well, first he said offsides.
No, now it is.
Yep.
There it is. But first, your line judge did a holding signal.
He did this too.
Yeah.
He's trying to kind of see what is going on here.
So that'll put the Vipers back to the 46-yard line.
Second and 9 on the Vipers 46.
So we will be off next week as the Rough Riders are on the road. And then we're back as they take on the Med City Freeze. That'll be on May 12th.
Nice.
We'll have all the action for you here on the Cooley Region Sports Network.
Mother's Day weekend special.
There you go.
Yeah.
2nd and 9, and I think they got drawn off. It's Vipers pointing, of course. That's the first thing you do when flag gets thrown. I think the Rough Riders got in a little early.
Yeah, they're going to call offsides here on Washington.
So that moves it back where it was just seconds ago.
Maybe James was seeing something in the snap count and trying to get ahead of it there.
Yeah, do-over. It is. Each team with the 5-yard penalty there, both doing the opposite of each other. So 2nd down and 4 yards to go here for the Vipers. Spread offense. And again, they're going to run the football. Got another flag as the first down seems to be picked up by 24 and the Vipers into Rough Rider territory, but then the flag could nullify that.
See what that's all about here.
Jeff Ross on camera showing you the officials for today. Defense is offsides. They'll decline at first down. And the first down of the game for the Minnesota Vipers.
Yeah, you got to give credit to head coach Alan Moorback. Whatever he said to his team on the sideline after that 4th touchdown, they're starting to respond a little bit here.
Thank you, Old Style Inn. Popularized me.
So Raymond Carbajal has 2 touchdowns in this game.
Yes, he does. And they're drawing things up for him this week.
After dropping his first pass, he's hung on to everything else that's been sent his way. 1st and 10, and Yang with his feet gets ahead and then knocked down after a pickup of 4 or 5.
Yeah, Nate Nicholson in on the stop that time.
Like Ross Robinson in the mix as well, and Robinson got some time last week, a couple of tackles. Of course, if you want to look at stats for the Rough Riders, roughridersinfo.com. That's the website, and they do put the statistics up there. They're not on the Northern Elite site at this particular time.
I didn't see anything on there at all. It's like Soli's got the squirrel tails on again this week.
Well, why not?
Yeah.
It was good luck last week. He had a
was.
touchdown catch and one real long catch that got down to the 3-yard line.
He's also doing the one eye black thing this week, too, I've noticed. Sitting over there on the sideline.
Is his son down there on the sidelines like he was last week?
Well, no, I don't see him actually right now.
So things have slowed down a bit. Clock is ticking down towards the end of our first quarter of play. And it'll be 2nd and 10, ball at the 43-yard line of River City.
And I think that the Vipers want this quarter to end, in my opinion.
Couldn't end soon enough.
Yeah.
Seems a shame to drive all that way for this. So far, at least, as things have gone for the Vipers. But let's see if they can make something happen with a 2nd and 10. And
a penalty.
Another flag with 5
False
seconds
start.
left here in the first quarter.
One of the receivers got out of their stance early.
Somewhat light crowd here tonight. I can tell you that it is beer, wine, and cheese
Yes, it is.
festival down at the Fest grounds. So there are a lot of people partaking in that. That seems to become, I think it's almost as big as Oktoberfest, at least down at the ground.
Yeah, it's pretty close. I would agree with the popularity it's amassed the last couple of years.
That'll take care of the first quarter of play. Rough Riders 28 and the Minnesota Vipers, as you heard Stan say, sitting at 0.
Taste the sensations of true Italian food. Smell the sweet smell of Italian stuffed pizza, Italian spaghetti sauce like Mom used to make, and the sweet smell of fresh garlic bread filling the air at Angelini's. Enjoy private dining and a full bar with lounge. Angelini's Pizzeria and Restaurante right across the street from the Omni Center. Angelini's is serving up traditional as well as authentic Angelini's Italian specialties. To make reservations, call 608-783-5566 or come on over after the game, but just don't put your own round tables together. Angelini's Pizzeria and Restaurante in Onalaska. You're invited to taste the difference.
This is River City Rough Riders Northern Elite Football on the Cooley Region Sports Network.
Rick and Scotty watching the Rough Riders manhandle the Vipers here on this Saturday evening. Glad you're with us here on the Cooley Region Sports Network. We were talking beer, wine, and cheese. You know, we ordered some great pizzas from Angelini's there for the draft. We were
that hot jardinera pizza is
you experienced the
phenomenal.
Italian beef hot jardinera thin crust pizza from Angelini's. Good. It's good. Oh, you guys got to try it. Absolutely.
Might be the best thin crust pizza I've had
it's
in
so
this
good.
area. It is.
It's good.
It is
a bold really statement. Good. It's bold and dead on. I'll say that. It's bold and dead on. All right, here we go. The Vipers trying to make something happen. The whole line breaks down, and it's just a body slam. We'll give the most part of that body slam. I don't know if you want. I mean, I don't know, Scotty, what your thoughts were, but I'd say there was, Nicholson involved on that one?
It was Bortle and Bryce Leeson on that one. And
Lease?
Yeah, I thought they were trying to do a combination 3D Dudley driver into the ground with that one. That looked pretty brutal.
I got distracted. Somebody was taking a food order, I thought.
I thought you were defending.
Did you guys just order food over there? Oh, you did? All right. Right on. I like this group up here. That's good stuff. That's right. You know it. Third down in eternity here. Yang with a pitch. Here's 24 with space. The outside cuts back in. Nice run. Takes it into River City territory, but gets back near the original line of scrimmage. And
yeah, it was a great cutback inside. Really no Rough Riders around on that pitch. Just kind of accelerated and found the middle of the field. Coach Brown not happy.
Yeah, that was the best run of the day here for the Vipers. They're down 28-0 here, second quarter, 13:28 to play. Jeff's probably hoping some food makes its way on up to the camera up above us.
I'll take care
of it. You can nod yes with the camera if you would like some food, Jeff.
I'll take care of you, Jeff.
I think he was nodding. I'm not quite sure. Or nodding off. Fourth down and 10. Yang looks like he's changing the play. Trips left here. Yang in the pocket. Breaks down screen. Good call, but not going to be enough for a first down, though we have a flag after the stop was made by Ross Robinson.
Let's see what they call here.
If you're a stranger to NFL football, you see a lot of those yellow flags.
Yep.
And that's going to be a turnover on downs. And first down, Rough Riders. So in that series, it was the first down for the Vipers.
Yeah, they started to run the ball a little bit.
Making a little bit of progress. I think they've decided the passing game is not really where they can go right now.
Yeah. You got to give credit to the defensive line of the Rough Riders for that. They've done a good job really being in the backfield consistently on almost every play.
That voice you hear is the one, the only, Scotty Grand, color analyst.
I thought you were going to say Stan the Man over here.
Yeah.
Styling.
I got to get him a graphic here, too,
should.
don't I?
You should.
We just can't get the camera on him.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should. We should get connect a little GoPro.
They got the camera on me once, and the ratings dropped tremendously.
That was when you're down in the field.
Yeah.
You're easy to spot, though, which is a good thing.
Today, especially with this yellow shirt.
Incomplete pass there to Eric Brown, who wears number 6, almost wore number 5, and now he's got number 6 back on. He did have 5. He switched it back to 6.
Oh, that's funny stuff.
Yeah.
70s where you have two numbers?
Two numbers, yep. Switch back and forth just to confuse the broadcasters. So 2nd and 10, incomplete pass. And Ditto back as a quarterback this time. He'll hand it off, though, and Brown, look at the speed.
Run.
Oh, great blocking out across midfield down to the 48-yard line. I'll call it the 49. So
good setup, too. A delayed draw that time, and Brown just really showing off, like you said, Rick, that speed. Good
the
blocking.
offense does a little something different with Ditto lined up at quarterback. Kind of their wildcat, if you will. And the Vipers call a timeout. We'll keep it right here with 12:31 remaining in the first half. It's been all Rough Riders. 28-0 is the score.
Our 2018 Rough Riders sponsor, the Guy Bar. The fifth quarter sponsor.
So, Scotty, what are you going to do with your week off without any Northern Elite football to call? Are you going to
I'll be
moving,
working.
continuing to move into your house?
Yeah, just probably unpacking and getting some of the rooms straightened out. I mean, but for the most
No,
part,
I don't
the
want to
hard work's
cause
done.
friction, but I understand you're not going to have a man cave. You're going to have a garage cave.
I guess theater room is what we.
You've been sent to the garage to have your man space.
I know.
Food's on the way. That's good news.
Change the subject. Food's on the way. All right. Good timing. It's great timing. Good job. I like these guys. They're great.
Got you out of that one, huh?
Yeah. I guess so. I'm sure it'll come up.
Ditto back in shotgun again with Brown to his right. Carbajal and Kleinfeld to the right side. And more flags. False start. Back the Rough Riders up 5. You know, last week I thought the officiating crew was pretty good, and they're getting some action back out this group this week, and I can't say that they're wrong on anything I've seen so far.
No, I think they're calling it like they see it for the most part.
I recall last year and 2016 where the officiating was a bit of a problem.
Yeah.
So
You told me that there was some concerns.
look at all the food that's coming up here.
I know. Holy cow.
That's fantastic. Nothing like broadcasters eating food while they're calling a game, too, huh? Chewing. Ditto to throw. Soft screen pass to Brown. He's got blockers in front of him. Bounces back inside. He's still on his feet. Dragging tacklers up to the 40-yard line, about a yard short. So nice work there by Brown. And we've seen him in the pit. Oh, there's a hot dog for you, Scotty. Uh-oh. Incomplete pass. Here's Stan. I got mine. Thank you, sir. I got a hot dog.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Some hot dogs from the concession stand. They've been smelling good. So now, yeah, we got them delivered. That should. You hear Stan telling them the truth, which is that we're hungry. Smell that food, you want it, right?
That's right.
Second down and 1 here after the
Ditto's
pickup
still at
by Eric
quarterback.
Brown. Ditto still at quarterback is right. Getting some playing time at QB. Nice loft downfield, little underthrown though,
that's
and
a penalty.
contact there is.
Yep, that's a penalty. Can't touch that receiver if he's going back for the football.
Intended receiver was pulled down, and boy, you know, it would have just been incomplete.
Yeah, exactly.
Didn't even have to
you
do that.
nailed it. It wasn't anything that defensive back needed to do there. I mean, the ball was short, let it go, and now you got a penalty.
See if I can see the sleeve. It looked like that was intended for Jay Peoples, and he was pulled down.
Yep.
He's got his jersey rolled up so you can't see his number on the front, but I think on his sleeve it said 13. So first and goal from the 5-yard line. Rough Riders knocking at the door again here as we're just underway in quarter number 2.
Is there a mercy rule in this league?
I asked about that earlier. I think the clock does run at some point, does it not?
I believe so.
Yeah. All right, good.
It's just slowing in between here.
Stan, I dare you to make an announcement with a hot dog in your mouth. You got Ditto thrown to the end zone, has an open receiver, and he
just too high.
overthrows Jay Peoples in the end zone. So that'll be incomplete. Second down and goal to go. You did it. There you go. So second and goal after the incomplete pass. Just a little too much from Philip Ditto, who has come in for Karl Hoffman. Why not when you're dominating? You might as well get some players some opportunities to do things they don't normally get to do.
Yeah, Hoffman.
He's played quarterback before.
Yeah.
but he has not this season, and not much last year.
Yeah. Hoffman just chilling on the sidelines over there with the rest of his team right now.
Why risk an injury?
Absolutely.
But you don't want Philip Ditto to get hurt either.
Nope.
They'll look for points here again. Trying to draw him off sides. Uh-oh, that comes in and out of the hands of Ditto, and he's going to be brought down hard. 24 with a sack after a bungled snap.
Yeah, 24 has been definitely the best player on the field for the Vipers today.
Without doubt. So 3rd and goal from the 15-yard line. And the Rough Riders would like to thank Pepsi of La Crosse, as well as the Old Style Inn, Bacalar's Meats, and NFL Play 60, USA Football, as well as Subway of La Crosse, to name a few of the 2018 Rough Riders supporters. Philip Ditto still in at quarterback here. Brown to his right. That's another snap that gets past him. He's going to have to make a quick decision. Gets away from one. Throws to the end zone.
Touchdown.
Completes the pass. Touchdown, Rough Riders.
Yep.
What a throw by Ditto to Drew Johnson in the end zone, I believe.
Yep, Drew Johnson.
And Johnson able to hang on to that football.
How about the play by Ditto with the awareness to get that ball and then sees that Johnson's coming down and nobody with him, and then just gets popped at the end after making that catch. What a great play by Ditto.
34-0 with 10:21 remaining here in the first half.
You guys are up playing next half, right?
Yeah, we're playing. We're going down. And yeah, Hoffman's coming up to the booth to run the show.
Nice.
All right. There we go. Yeah. It's fun. You got to have some levity in a game like this, right? Oh, Baldwin gets hit after he kicks the football. Toss him out of the game.
That's a penalty.
Number 1, you're done. Hit the kicker after it went through. I mean, he just decked him. That was a cheap shot and a half. I know you're losing 35-0, but you don't need to do that.
No.
Not cool at all. He's a kicker, for crying out loud.
Rough Riders 35.
So they declined that penalty, it looked like.
Well, the kick was good.
Yeah, but wouldn't that be enforced on the kickoff, though?
Yeah, you would add. Yeah, that's where they would kick off closer.
So why would they decline that?
Interesting. Boy, I tell you, that one, I'm surprised didn't draw a little more contact after it
Well,
happened.
and like you said,
I don't know if everybody saw it.
No, it kind of happened in just an instant.
I mean, he kicked the ball and he was just standing there, and the guy gave him a shoulder and knocked him down.
Yeah, it's nothing that needs to be in this game, that's for sure.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised Coach Brown didn't have them accept that.
Yeah.
On the, they get the extra point, and then they also would get to kick off from what, the 45?
Yep.
Because without a doubt, that's a personal foul, 15 yards.
Yeah.
So Jake Braun will kick off. Rough Riders up 35-0.
I feel like I'm watching a rerun of the Karate Kid. The catch is Danielson ain't coming back to help in this one.
No. No. Taken by their number 1 star, number 24. Nice moves as he spins off a tackle up to the 41-yard line.
He
Eventually
is a good player.
Brought down by Rough Riders' Jay Peoples on special teams. Would have been great to give number 24 all the credit by saying his real name.
Yeah, absolutely.
But all of our efforts to retrieve that information from Coach Orbach fell on deaf ears. So halftime, I'm eating the hot dog. That I'm just going to tell you that. We'll play some music or something.
Hey, I'm gonna give Jeff my hot dog. I actually ate
Really?
before I got here.
Oh, not me.
I didn't eat until right before the game today. So.
I had a healthy salad, so I need to
Did you?
I need to change that up. the Vipers with the football again. They have 1 first down here in the first half. They're looking for more. Down 35-zip, 10-15 to play. Pitch outside the 24, who's got good room to the outside, strips another tackle and knocked down a yard short, pickup of 9.
Yeah, the one thing that the Rough Riders are doing on that pitch is the defensive end is not holding the contain on the outside. They're going after the quarterback immediately and not watching the outside. I guess that gap out there in the running back is making note of that and going right to that area of the field.
Change of personnel for the Rough Riders on defense. Coming off the field there was Ryan Hoskins. Oh, way late on the pitch. Fumble, loose ball, and it's the Vipers who are able to fall down on top of it. Angelo Martin.
Yeah, like you said, Rick, a hesitation right there on the pitch, and I don't know if it was because Tyler Bortle came in again unscathed, and almost another bad turnover by the Vipers there.
So the Vipers back up a couple of yards on the late decision
They
by
actually
Yang.
gained a yard, I think.
No, they were a yard. They were a yard short.
Were they?
Yeah.
All right.
They lost 2. So 3rd down and 3 yards to go as the clock continues to tick in this first half.
Yeah, number 26, Prince Preston, in for the first time today.
Preston had stop last week. Yang to throw. Gets decked as he throws downfield and almost completes the pass. Oh, absolutely tattooed in the backfield by Reggie Horace.
Yeah, almost caught that time too. And I think that's Eric Lyons. We actually might have a number there that almost caught that pass. Anton Dorsey got his hand up. He was going for the pick, and the ball got behind him. Now 4th down, Rick. Let's see if they can convert.
So Reggie Horace leaves him seeing orange after that. 8:32 remains in. Vipers looking to pick up 3 here. Was the deepest throw of the day for Yang. Pitch back and flags. I think movement and the Rough Riders came in, but I believe they were drawn.
I think it's false start here.
Yeah.
Yep, absolutely.
And it'll back them up 5 yards, so it'll be a little bit longer on this conversion for Minnesota. Stan pumping up the crowd. Can't get too casual with that 35-0 lead.
No, you can't. No.
Yeah, right. Come on, you're earning your paycheck, Stan. I know. Oh, okay. Oh, look at this. He bounces off a couple of hits. Thought he was buried in the backfield. 24 is trying to get loose, and eventually he's not going to get any further as Jake Braun able to take him down.
Yeah, man, 24 all over the place on that one, trying to make something happen. And you could give him credit on the effort.
Turnover
Definitely.
on downs. Braun has a touchdown. He's been handling kickoffs. He's hitting people in the backfield. He's doing it all here for the Rough Riders this Saturday night.
We're going to have another change at quarterback here.
I think we might see a couple more different people
I think you're
under
right.
center.
Oh, Hoffman's coming back in.
No, Hoffman is back, as you said. Let's see if they decide to go with the running game here to close out the first half. Boy, I see some different names out there right now. Is that Ryan Hoskins wearing number 89?
Yep.
He wore 25 last week, so
Yep.
we hope we are accurate on that. Play fake. Warminski gets ahead for 3, drags the pile.
I like that call, though, because 2 wide receivers kind of acted like it was going to be a screen, and then they set that draw up. The only downfall of that is you got open defensive backs there for a tackle, and that's what happened to bring down Orminski.
What he said.
So 2nd and 8. Was just checking our stream to see if there was any interesting comments alongside. Thought maybe somebody might have something to say about one of your comments, but they didn't.
So that's
Hoffman
really why you
pass.
check it. I know that.
It is. Pressure, throws over the middle,
Ooh.
completes the pass. But a horse collar from behind. Reception made by Craig Warminski, and he was grabbed by the back of the collar.
Yeah, middle screen that time by the Rough Riders, and not much out of it. Actually lost some yardage.
Didn't throw the flag as they should have, but you saw the horse collar, did
Yep,
you not?
I did.
3rd and 10. I'm going to watch Karl Hoffman throw this football this time. Let's see if he goes to Kleinfeld right side. He underthrows his receiver.
Ooh.
That was for Jay Peoples, and the pass was definitely off target.
Yeah, Peoples was open in the seam that time. There was a linebacker there to knock the pass down, but I think if he waited just a little bit longer, Peoples probably would have had a touchdown there because there was nobody around him.
So incomplete pass there. Hoffman back in after Philip Ditto was on the last drive and threw a touchdown pass while scrambling to the sideline. And it was at least a 30-yard chuck. A dart. Good protection. Hoffman to throw.
Nice
He's got his
pass.
receiver and completes the pass. Touchdown, Rough Riders. Aaron Soley with the good hands, people, as he gets into the end zone.
Aaron Soley catching that ball, Kamehameha, Rick, into the end zone. Beautiful. That was a great pass, too, by Hoffman.
Oh, he's a new Facebook friend. Hey, everybody, did you hear that? Stan and Aaron Soley are friends on Facebook now.
That's awesome. Squirrel tails a flaring.
Yep, that's right. Yeah, yeah, we're Facebook friends, too. I don't know why we weren't before. 6:39 to play here in the first half, 41-0. And Michael Ballweg, let's see if he gets some retribution for getting decked after he made the last extra point. He's only missed one so far this season. He's had lots of opportunities. That one's right between the uprights again.
Wow.
42-0. With 6:39 left to play here in the first half.
Can the broadcasters ask to institute a running clock? Is that part of the rules in this league?
I don't think we have any say-so on that,
Oh.
Scott.
You might be able to get the present. Remember, fans, if
Yeah,
you want
it
some
could be.
check out
It could be.
Center.
So again, thanks to Newey's Vogue, another one of those Rough Riders sponsors, Trendsetter LLC, apparel by Array, as well as Custom Fab of La Crosse, Shimmies, thanks to Dairy Queen of La Crosse, and the Dive Bar, name some of our 2018 sponsors. Glad you're with us here on the Cooley Region Sports Network. It is a lopsided semi-pro football game tonight in the debut for the Minnesota Vipers.
Yeah, you got to give credit, though, to the Rough Riders defense. I mean, they've been in the backfield all day long against this Vipers team, causing a lot of havoc, turnovers, and they're capitalizing on them.
If you're looking at that scoreboard and you're just tuning in here to our coverage, it is truly 42-0, and we have 6:39 left in the first half.
Yep.
I mean, and none of this is a shock to me.
No, I think looking at this on paper, we thought this was a possibility. They're asking for a
They're
running
asking
clock.
for the running clock. Our prayers have been answered. Yes.
I know my voice carries, but man, I didn't know it carried
It
that
was
far.
answered quickly.
Yes.
Yeah, that's right. All right, here's Jake Braun for the kickoff. And a nice boot
Yep.
to the 19-yard line.
Ooh.
Up to the 30.
Nice hit by J-Rock Staley right there on coverage.
Yeah, J-Rock's been a nice addition to this team this year.
Absolutely.
Doing everything you'd want, whether it's special teams or in the secondary. He's been off to a great start.
One of the owners, JB, over there pumping up J-Rock on the sidelines. He loves that hit. He should love it.
So the Vipers with the ball at the 31-yard line is where they'll start things out. Running clock now here in the first half. I think there's quite a few happy people that the clock is now officially strolling along. Of course, we'll take a halftime break, and Scott, you'll probably head on down, see if you can get the coach. I think there's really nothing he could be unhappy about.
No.
Carry to the outside, tripped up, and looks like that might have been Ryan Hoskins who got a hand along the lower part of the calf to knock down number 24.
Yeah, it looks like Yang is done at quarterback. They have number 4 in, who's of course not on our roster.
No, come on now. Say it
Playing
ain't so.
quarterback.
Second and 11.
I feel like I'm watching a game at Bangor High School right now with this score. 42 to nothing.
I think this was the center that is now a quarterback.
The penalty now.
Doesn't stop the clock, though, as it continues to roll here in this first half. Goes against the Rough Riders, as you heard. Too many men on the field. Happens a lot in hockey with too many men as far as on the ice during a line change.
Changing.
Sometimes you get caught depending on where the puck is while you're making a change. Doesn't happen in football as often.
No.
2nd and 7 after the Rough Rider penalty. And there's got to be another flag. I can't believe they didn't throw one. Here's a throw downfield, and that might have been hung on to there by Anthony Holloway. If so, it's his first catch. And they say, yes, indeed, he did grab it. It's a first down, the second one of the game for Minnesota.
Yeah, great effort that time, and dropping down to catch that football. Biggest play of the game for the Vipers so far.
Once again, there was motion on that offensive line. So the second first down of this game. And the ball at the 42-yard line. Inside Rough Rider territory. They had not been there before.
No.
Quick throw. Ooh, the quarterback got hit right up in the head. Completes the pass. And should have been a penalty on the Rough Riders there, as he was hit right in the face mask after throwing that ball.
Yeah.
That's a little answer for the kicker hit earlier.
Yeah. A good answer.
Second down, Vipers. 3 yards to go to pick up a first down.
Yeah, definitely the Vipers are looking at number 24 to make plays for him as he gets the ball in his hands again.
And 24 with the carry. Not going to be enough for a first down. Stacked up at the 35-yard line. First in on the stop for the Rough Riders was, I think it's Alex Tompkins. He's supposed to be 25, but they may have changed the number on us again.
No, I saw Jake Braun again in there on the play. He's in there consistently.
Third down and 2 yards to go. Pickup of 1 on the last play. 1:30 and counting with the running clock remaining here in the first half. Scotty Grand going to head on down and talk to the coach at the half. We'll see who else wants to maybe pop in as well. And, oh, boy, he had time to get back up after he went down trying to run. And he gets hit as he throws that ball incomplete. Maybe not some of the best footwork I've seen under center. But he was still able to get back up. So 4th down for the Vipers, and we've said that many a time already here in the first half. Two first downs they've been able to accomplish in this first half. And we said at the beginning of this broadcast, this is a franchise that's new and growing pains are being felt. A 4th and short. 30 seconds remain here in the first half, and once again, that quarterback can't move out of the pocket. He falls down and touched by Jake Braun. Turnover on downs, and that should expire our first half as we are on the running clock. Normally that would stop the clock, but it will not. So Scotty Grand getting in position. Scotty, can you hear me all right there?
Yeah, I can hear you. I'm actually, hey, Carl, you got a second? Karl Hoffman, Scotty Grant, Cooley Region Sports Network. Hey, great first half by your team. Great performance by you, especially first 2 games of the season. Feel pretty good right now, I'd say, with a 42-0 lead.
Yep, definitely. It's nice to see this happening. It's kind of like more of a scrimmage for us. This is a new team in the league, and I just feel like they're having a tough time adjusting to the kind of level of play we're on. So, I don't know. It's just fun for us, I guess. Not really fun for them.
So is this really an exhibition game? That's what they're saying. Is that the truth?
Yeah, I would say so. Yeah. This is like the last game before we get into like the actual teams we're going to be playing.
All right, very good, very good. So second half, we're going to maybe see you taking a rest. Is that what I'm looking at right now, or what?
I think so. We're already up a decent amount.
He looks like he's on vacation.
I don't think we're trying to run the score.
Rick says you look like you're on vacation right now.
Yeah, I'm having a lot of time back there. It's very easy for me to do my job when I have all the time to throw.
Well, you got a good offensive line. Your team's playing great, and congratulations on the first half.
Thank you.
All right, there he is. Karl Hoffman, and no doubt about it, man, you see him throw that ball 40 yards in the air, dropping it right into Philip Ditto's hands last week. That was one heck of a delivery, and we've seen it more than just that one time. 4 touchdowns last week, and he's been busy scoring here in the first half as the Rough Riders have themselves a very secure 42-0 lead and a running clock as we will be heading to our halftime here. Scotty, I don't know if you want to try to make sure you face me here when you're talking. You want to get Dan on for a little bit?
Hey, Dan. Scotty Grand. How you doing, bud? Hey, so what'd you think of that first half?
It was a good workout for us, on both sides of the ball. Obviously, they didn't come ready, so.
Yeah, but the thing is, like you said, you get to work on some concepts defensively, offensively that you want to see going forward on the year. So second half, you're going to get some guys some more playing time that you would like to see get some more playing time. Kind of evaluate the roster and see where they're at right now.
Absolutely. We right now we have a good problem. We got a lot of depth and we got a lot of people that can play. So it's as coaches, it's pretty tough. Doing this, trying to make everyone happy. At the same time, we're out here trying to win too, as well. So yeah, second half is going to be pretty important, for us for the games coming up. We have a very tough one next week against the defending champions. So.
Yeah, Med City, is that where you're playing? Nope. That would be the Minneapolis team, the Warriors, correct?
Yeah. So definitely looking forward to that one to see where we're at.
We had Med City with you in a couple of weeks. That's what popped into my head. So one more question. Is it legal for broadcasters to eat in the booth while we're on the air during a Rough Rider game? I just want to know if you're okay with that.
Stan pretty much gets to do anything he wants up there, being well over 50, you can do anything he wants up there.
Enough said.
Ooh.
Good luck on the first half, man. Good luck on the rest of the game, I should say. All right, man.
That was rough. He went for a little bit of an age bust on Stan right there. He said when you're that old, you're allowed to eat up in the booth or do whatever you want. He didn't, but now he did. I had to share that information. Scotty, you going to come back up, or are you going to try to get the coach?
Well, I think the coach ran off. He was talking to the officials. I think there was a conversation maybe about the second half and probably running the clock would be my guess.
Yeah, I would think so. All right, well, come on back up here, Scotty. talking with Karl Hoffman and owner Dan Bridges there at the half. Rough Riders up 42-0. And about 8.5 minutes till we kick off our second half, and it will be back with a running clock. We'll take a quick break, and Scotty will join me back up here in the booth on the Cooley Region Sports Network.
Scott Cordopassi of Denture Smart Denture Service.
Hey, it's Scott the Tooth Tech here, and I want you to know I've heard it all. My denture broke. I lost my denture. The dog ate my denture. In those situations, Denture Smart is here for you. Having the lab in the office is perfect for these situations. Many repairs can be done while you wait. New dentures can sometimes be done in as little as 2 visits. There's never a cost to see the doctor. Explore your options as a patient. Choose Denture Smart for your denture needs. Remember, I may not be the tooth fairy, but I'm the next best thing.
Denture Smart Denture Service, 605 2nd Avenue South in Onalaska. Stop in today for a better smile or call for an appointment at 608-519-3946.
Qualifications, rules, and limitations apply. Rates, rewards, and restrictions may vary by account. Contact institution for details.
We are having such a good hair day. Selfie time! Oh, that reminds me. That's not a selfie. I'm taking a picture of this check I just got. With my institution's mobile deposit app, the money goes straight into my free Kasasa checking account. So, a check selfie? A selfie? Oh, no, not a thing.
With state-of-the-art Kasasa checking, you get cash rewards and nationwide ATM withdrawal fee refunds every month you qualify.
Ask for Kasasa by name at Cooley Bank or visit cooleybank.net. Member FDIC.
Isn't life crazy? One day, your fender gets dented by a runaway shopping cart. The next day, your kid's college entrance exam is a runaway success.
Yes, I got accepted.
But that's life. Some days you're the bug, some days you're the windshield. No worries, your State Farm agent is here in all of life's moments, the good and the not so good, to help life go right. So good day, bad day, any day, let's talk.
Call State Farm agent Kurt Path in Onalaska at 608-783-1130.
Scott Cordopassi of Denture Smart Denture Service.
Denture Smart is not a dental office, it's a denture office. In fact, it's the smart way to get your new dentures. Call Bobby at 519-3946. Dr. Johnson is waiting to see you, and there's never a charge for your consultation appointment. With the laboratory on the premise, we save you time and money. There's no lab bill. Every denture is custom crafted to fit you. Whether it's your first set of dentures or you're not happy with your current set of dentures, Denture Smart is the smart way to your new smile. Hey, I may not be the tooth fairy, but I'm the next best thing.
Denture Smart Denture Service, 605 2nd Avenue South in Onalaska. Stop in today for a better smile or call for an appointment at 608-519-3946. Don't miss another sports event, dance recital, or teacher conference. Join the 17th fastest growing private media company in the country. N2 Publishing is America's #1 producer of private neighborhood publications with over 900 publications in 48 states and adding more. Work with N2 Publishing to make a difference in your community. Enjoy flexible hours. Set your own schedule in a recession-proof, high-growth industry with a company culture that is dynamic, upbeat, and positive. Professional training and ongoing support is provided by an established company with a track record of success. For more information, email wendy.frankie@n2pub.com. This is River City Rough Riders Northern Elite Football on the Cooley Region Sports Network.
Rick and Scotty back from Swanson Field. I had to adjust my microphone because I did mow down that hot dog during that commercial break. It had mustard on it, just the way I like it. Thank you, Stan. I appreciate that hot dog. It worked out good from the concession stand here as they do a fine job over there serving the people. We are at half, as you have heard and you can see on the scoreboard. It is very lopsided, 42-0, and really, you heard Karl Hoffman say he's kind of like on vacation at this point. He's got the protection that he wanted, was able to hit receivers at will, had a couple of overthrows, a couple balls he probably could have been a little tighter on, but overall, pretty easy.
Yeah, I would say so. I mean, you can tell that this Rough Rider team has a lot more continuity and a lot more, I guess, togetherness maybe than the other team across the way here in the Vipers. And, they got a lot of work to do over there on the other sideline, so we'll see how they come out. But, the reason why I tried to get Coach Brown, he was I was trying to pick up the conversation he was having with the officials over there, and it sounded like that they will be having the running clock in the second half, like we alluded to. And then they were talking about conduct, I think, from what I was listening to as well, just to make sure to maintain control.
Right.
So, keep the game going crisp and smooth. And From here on out, no matter what you see, flag or no flag, it's going to be tick, 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 and it's going to be pizza time for Scotty here faster than people think.
So Karl said, yes, this is exhibition. I asked Dan. He says it's not exhibition. So
yeah.
I'm not sure.
It counts. It counts in the season rankings.
Counts for statistics.
Yep.
I mean, it's all part of it. So it's according to Jake Binhire, it's not whether you win or you lose, as long as you get a hot dog from the concessions.
That's right.
That's his message.
That's the quote of the day right there.
On our chat.
They should make that into a T-shirt so we can wear it when we come here
during the broadcast. We're looking like the players are starting to make their way back onto the sidelines for both teams after a short break. As we said, we'll have a little running clock, and then we will kick off second half action here. Scotty, anything else you want to add here?
Yeah, the play of Raymond Carbajal. I mean, last week I could see it when he came in and joined the roster. This guy's going to add a different dimension from the backfield. He can catch the ball really well. Of course, 2 touchdowns on the day today. He runs very well after the catch, good anticipation. I think he's going to be a guy we can look at this year to maybe add some statistics and some help to the Rough Rider offense to make them multidimensional.
Eric Brown also, I thought, a strong first half for the Rough Riders.
Lots of speed.
Again, want to thank the great sponsors, Rough Riders for 2018. Would like to thank Pepsi of La Crosse, as well as the Ye Old Style Inn. Also, Bacalar's Meats. Play 60, USA Football. Our thanks to Subway of La Crosse, as well as Newey's Vogue Bar and Grill. Trendsetters. LLC, Apparel by Ray. Also, thanks to Custom Fab of La Crosse. Can't forget about Shimmy's, another one of those great sponsors. And where to go get your ice cream and your hot dogs and all that stuff if you're not here at the concession stand.
Should we tell the Vipers that?
Dairy Queen, the Grill
cream.
and Chill. That's in the location in La Crosse.
They got
also,
my favorite deal going on right now, Rick. 2 for $5 double cheeseburgers at Dairy Queen.
Oh,
right
there
now.
you go. Scotty knows about that. The Dive Bar, also another sponsor. And Matt's Auto and Repair, thank you so much to those businesses for supporting River City Rough Rider football. Always good to get those sponsors out there. 42-0. I'm going to adjust our scoreboard, Scotty, as we are going to be heading to the third quarter of play.
Yeah, see what kind of quarterback play they get here, who they're going to rotate in and out that position. You have to believe that they're not going to put Philip Ditto back there very often with this kind of a lead either. So we'll see what happens from that position. Really impressed with the play, too, of Charles Hardy from the defensive end spot for the Rough Riders, in there consistently, along with his counterpart on the other side, Tyler Bortle. I thought they really controlled the line of scrimmage and caused a lot of problems for the Vipers. And, man, I tell you, they have to feel pretty good about this performance so far, Rick, if you're in that purple jersey.
Looking at the upcoming schedule, they'll be on the road with the Rough Riders, taking on the defending champion Warriors. And then back here, May 12th, we'll have the action as Med City and the Freeze are in town. Not to be confused with the La Crosse Freeze and the NA3HL, who had their draft already. Players tendered, and they're going to be having camps before you know it.
And
hockey,
that's something.
Of course, one of the sports that we have quite a bit of. We're kind of your home for hockey in the Coulee region, as we have the La Crosse Freeze, NA3HL, as well as the Coulee Region Chill of the North American Hockey League, right here on the Coulee Region Sports Network. Then looking back at the schedule, the next home date after that will be Granite City, the Renegades, a new team in the league. That's June 9th. June 16th, the Fargo Invaders are in, and I believe they're going to bring a broadcast crew themselves here.
Oh, there you go.
We'll have some media counterparts here in the box. The Minnesota Storm then are also in town on the 23rd of June, and then the 21st of July, a bit of a layoff in between for home games, the Fox Valley Force for the final game of the season. You're going to have all the action for that one.
Yeah, and looking forward to that. I haven't done a play-by-play broadcast for football in quite some time, but that'll be a good adventure for me. Get back onto the horse.
You
man.
do just fine, and maybe you can get a sidekick. You want to? I mean, Lisa hopefully will be there for the sidelines.
Well, if not, I'd love to have Lisa up in the booth. Actually,
yeah,
too.
maybe you do that
yeah,
instead.
She does a good job. She knows her stuff. So.
However you want to set that up, that'll be entirely up to you. All right, we're close to kicking off the second half It'll be Rough Riders football to start things out. I know those of you that were wondering how the whole hot dog saga turned out. I enjoyed it. It had mustard. It was fantastic. And my thanks to the guys for getting that hot dog up here.
And we thank owner Dan Bridges for giving us all the authority to eat that hot dog when
That's
we
right.
please.
Yep, it's all because
No matter what the age.
It's all because Stan's old. That's why we're allowed to do it. Just kidding, Stan. I'm sure we're right about the same. Pick up there at the 6, and Carbajal going to take it to the sidelines, eventually driven out hard. Nice hit. And it looks like they might say he had the hands up in the face as he took him out of bounds. Knocked out at the 16-yard line.
Yep. Personal foul. It's going to be on the Crosse. I think he said number 30. Well, that's Reggie Horace.
Well, Angelo Martin was the tackler on the play. At least that's what the roster has Anglio Martin, but
yeah,
I think it's Angelo. Don't you?
I think Angelo sounds more smooth.
Yeah, I like the way that sounds.
Suave.
That's going to back up the Rough Riders.
Hey, Rick, guess what? The clock is still running.
It is,
yeah,
and that is a special thing here in this one. It gets you sooner to your computer to look at all the rest of the picks in the NFL draft.
You know me very well.
I know what you're going to do.
Yeah, you know me well.
You're probably not going to watch this one back, are you?
Yeah, I watch it back.
Well, yeah, all right. We hope we can. That's the hope.
Yeah, that's true.
First play up the middle, Warminski. A shoestring tackle made there as he gets up for a pickup of a couple across the 10 to the 11-yard line, it looks like.
It's like Troy Young back there at quarterback for the Rough Riders.
Yeah, he's been back there before. They only give him 1 yard or 2 yards maybe on the carry as he's just shy of the 10. I mean, it looks like they only give him 1. One of the better stops for the Vipers here.
Now, Rough Riders still putting out their starting wide receivers for the most part here in this one.
But like you said, Troy Young in the shotgun. He's got 2 backs. And it's going to be Jay Peoples who has room to the outside. Peoples still moving up across the 25 to the 27-yard line and out of bounds. First down, Rough Riders.
Yeah, Peoples right there. Nice delayed draw that time. Good ball fake by Troy Young to set that up, too. And then nothing on the outside, and even better, Aaron Soley down there blocking, helping him out downfield. Good play by the Rough Riders.
Troy Young, very athletic, both on offense, defense. He is one of those guys that comes up with the big play when he's needed, especially on defense in that secondary. Vipers haven't thrown the ball all that much today, so you haven't really seen much of the secondary, not as much as you saw it last week. So this time, Troy Young going to pass. He's going to air it out down the right sideline, wide open. Carbajal waits for it to land in his arms, and he's taken out of bounds deep into Minnesota territory, and it looks like maybe a cramp or something for a Viper player, number 34, another one that's not on the roster. Obviously, we hope he's going to be okay.
A good throw by Young that time. Carbajal, we talked about him at the end of the first half, and he was even double covered that time. Safety help over the top, couldn't get back there in time. That's the one thing, if you're the safety, you can't let that guy get behind you. So Vipers defense, a little miscommunication there.
Now, the clock does stop right now with the injury timeout, and I think some water being brought over, and that usually means there is some cramping going on. And they're hoping that water may help things out a little bit. I don't think that Aaron Soley, who's down on one knee over by the injured player, I don't think does he have the, yeah, there's the squirrel tails, they're there. But are those different shoes? They're not the Dragon Ball Z shoes, are they?
No, he has 2 sets of shoes. He has the Dragon Ball Z shoes.
Oh, there they are.
And
you can see them.
And then he's got the squirrel tail shoes.
Okay, he's wearing the squirrel tail shoes right now as Jeff Ross is zooming in on those bad boys. He called them squirrel tails. I know. I wasn't sure if I would go with that either, but they give him lift, he said. That's the reason for the squirrel tails, right? Isn't that what he said last week?
He could just say he's one with nature, and I'd believe him.
Yeah. Yeah, wings. I know. I kind of think wings would be better for that. Chinchilla. I like that. Chinchilla tails.
Stan, that was good.
I like that. Yeah.
Chinchilla tails.
1st and 10. Play fake here. Warminski spins off a tackle across the 25 to the 24-yard line. Maybe even a little further. We'll see where the spot is.
Yeah, running a zone read option that time a little bit. You got two backs back there. Kind of fake to one, go to the other. Kind of like what they're doing right now. A lot of deception.
Bad spot for Warminski there.
Yeah.
He was out at least to the 23-yard line. So they only give him 1 yard. There's no way that was a 1-yard pickup. So a bad spot there, but nonetheless, it'll be 2nd down and 9 yards to go. Things cooling down a little bit now as the sun starts to set. Young over the middle, completes the pass to Philip Ditto, and Ditto in across the 15 to the 13-yard line. And tackle made by number 23, P.J. Stebbings.
Yeah, and that time, Young did a good job looking off the safety, looking over at Warminski, who was in the flat, and then looks that safety off to get Ditto, who was wide open after the safety backed off for that nice pass.
Carbajal split to the right. Ditto in the slot. Aaron Soley split far left. Eric Brown in the backfield along with Craig Warminski. Young at quarterback. And a low snap, bounces off the hands. Good quick play, though, by Young. Gets it off to Warminski, strips a tackle, moving forward, and eventually taken down right around the 1st down marker.
I think he got it.
Good composure by Troy Young to pick up that football after the low snap.
Yeah, he's very calm back there, confident, making the best read he could with that football. It's really the only option he had. He couldn't really do anything else with it, or else he probably would have got sacked back there.
1st and goal from the 3-yard line, and here we go again. More points coming up on the board. Running clock, 9:18 and counting here in the 3rd quarter. Karl Hoffman just played in the 1st quarter, really. He came up for another series early in the 2nd, I think, but that was about it.
Yep.
Up the
Nice
middle.
cutback.
Nice cutback is right into the end zone. Craig Warminski, 6 more points for the Rough Riders, 48-0.
Yeah, beautiful run that time by Warminski for that touchdown. Two-back option that they have is looking very sharp right now, Rick.
Like
Very
I said
deceptive.
in the pregame, they've gotten some players back that hadn't been here for the 1st game, especially in the backfield, with Eric Brown back and Warminski playing. He did not play last week. In fact, he hadn't played since 2016 when they used to call Winona their home, the Rough Riders playing up there. We were with them in 2016. That's going to be his 2nd miss of the season. Is Ballwig not able to connect with that one?
Yeah, Ballwig looking at his leg after that one like something's bugging him. He has been battling injuries, I know that.
Yeah, there was a little bit of a hip issue, and I'm not sure if that had any impact on that particular extra point attempt or not, but he gets his 2nd miss, but he's made quite a few. As the running clock continues, 7:47 and counting.
He's telling Dan Bridges he's done. He's going like this. I think he's saying day's over for him, if I'm correct.
So they'll either go for 2 or they might have maybe Jake Braun, who does the kickoff.
Why not? He's got a good leg. Give him a shot.
Of course,
see how he does.
Last few years, Scott Schumann pretty good at kicking the football a long way. Accuracy not always the best, but boy, I tell you, he could thunder that football downfield. So it'll be Vipers football again, down 48-0. Braun handling those kickoff duties. Lights starting to begin to take effect here at Swanson Field. Another high end-over-end kick taken by 24 at the 21. And splits a couple to get up out across the 40 to the 41-yard line. He's basically been one of the few bright spots here this evening for this Minnesota Viper
Yeah, definitely a good player.
squad. And looks like he's tying his shoes there. Glad to see that it's not an injury of some sort. You got to make sure you have your shoes tied. You'll blow a tire.
Safety first.
That actually wasn't him that blew the tire there.
It was somebody that was on the roster, actually.
Yeah, Marty Harris.
Marty Harris. Good job, Marty. Safety first.
That's right. 1st and 10, 40-yard line here for Minnesota.
And it's the clock that never ends. It keeps going on and on, my friend. There it goes. It's going down.
You were really just singing there.
I
Did you realize we were doing a broadcast?
Yes, I did.
Okay, good.
I'm having a little fun with it, Rick.
All right,
Come on
there's
now.
nothing wrong with that,
All
I
right,
guess.
All right.
Number 4 was the replacement quarterback. Not good with his feet. He gets hit from behind. He does shred the tackle, though. Look at him. He's still on his feet this time. He gets taken down from behind. And Tyler Bortle gets another sack. He now has 5 on the season, and getting up slowly is the quarterback, but he does get to his feet. Boy, he was able to strip the first tackle, but not Bortle.
Yeah, Bortle has had a great game. I believe that's his 2nd sack of the game, if I'm correct.
You know, there were questions. A lot of these veteran Rough Riders left to play with the Cowboys, who they played last week, and new names coming in. Of course, with Chippewa Valley disbanding, some of those key guys are on our defense right now, and thankful to have Tyler Bortle and Kellen Lager, a couple of those guys from that Predators team. That snap hits the dirt.
They're going to be offsides or a false start here.
Didn't actually see the flag on the field. They just blew the whistle before that play even started. There it is.
Bortle
Okay.
came in a little premature that time.
Coach Paul throwing the flag back towards the official.
Trying to get the edge on Tommy Pickles.
We haven't had to say Tommy Pickles too often. Nope. I don't know what the impact has been. He is playing on both sides.
Lots of players coming in and out right now for the Rough Riders.
Penalty was on the Rough Riders, so it'll be 3rd down and 9 yards to go here for Minnesota. Pitch, the 24 gets across the 45, still on his feet. Following the whistle, short of the 1st down, gang tackled up at the 47-yard line.
Yeah, another good effort by 24. Doesn't quit, turns those legs, trying to get some extra yardage. Took 3 guys to bring him down that time.
J-Rock at the bottom of the pile was the first one in, I believe, at the feet. Third and 2.5. Towards the tail end here of this 3rd quarter. To the air they go, and rocked as he threw. Coverage was good. Rough Riders had Alex Tompkins in the area.
Yeah, Norm Dantzler, too, number 24. First time we've seen him in the game. He was in there as well.
Norm had a big sack towards the tail end of that Cowboys game last week. You were down on the field. You didn't really get to see it because you were talking with Aaron Soley. But so I don't think we've seen the Vipers make one of these 4th down conversions yet.
No, I feel you're very accurate on that one.
And our thanks to Jeff Ross on camera up above us here. And they got a load in the backfield for protection. And here's 24 to the near side. He's going to get the 1st down up the left sideline. Knocked out of bounds, takes a tumble. But it was a saving tackle there by Vontrez Phelps.
Yeah, 24 again making a big play for the Vipers. And like you said, they loaded up the backfield with some beef. And number 9, who came in to play fullback, had a pretty good seal block on the outside to spring that. The thing I liked about 24 was his patience. He waited for that play to develop that time.
So the first time they've converted on a 4th down.
Yeah.
From the 38-yard line. And here's a carry by a 290-pounder at least. gets knocked down. That's a tough one to bring down. Of course, number 9, I believe it was, not a jersey we have on our roster.
Right.
Not the typical running back body.
No, definitely not. There was a comment about Vita Vea, who was
Kinda.
recently drafted by the Washington Redskins, on the
yeah.
first night of the NFL draft. He actually played running back. I don't think people knew that. He was a star running back in the state of Hawaii. He was one of the best in the country over on that side of the, I guess you could say, globe.
I guess I did not realize that. 2nd and 10. We'll go to the air this time. That's up there, and nice coverage. Jay Greenhill in to break that pass up, intended for, I think that was Eric Lyons downfield.
Rough Riders secondary has played a pretty good ball game today.
Yeah, they have not thrown the football much, the Vipers, but the secondary has been very successful.
Sorry, Rick. It's the great Kali, guys. You're welcome.
You knew this guy was going to have the answer to that, right? You knew that. Yep. You don't need a phone with Scotty Grant in the box.
Talking wrestling, I got your help right
He's
there.
always got that for you.
Nice
oh,
hit.
Look at this hit. Jake Braun, welcome. I mean, this is one of the best games I've seen Jake Braun play.
He's been all over the field.
I mean, he is law enforcement, and he just passed sentence right there.
Yeah,
I tell you.
absolutely. That's the end of the third quarter, huh?
Does it?
Look at that.
48-0 as we head to quarter number 4.
Yeah, the Rough Riders, again, just having their way offensively in this game, defensively as well.
Both teams talking things over. Off next week, then back May 12th. Med City Freeze, the next home game. You'll be able to catch the action here on the CRSN YouTube channel. Again, our apologies for any inconvenience on our event that we set up via YouTube. I'm not sure why we weren't able to stream exactly through that event, but nonetheless.
Hey, we're still on the air, man.
We're still on.
That's right.
Hopefully we have an
always find a way.
archive for you as well.
Yeah, because I'd like to have something to watch back while I'm looking at draft picks. You know what I mean?
If you're the Vipers head coach, do you want to go back and watch this? To teach?
I think that's really the only reason to come back and watch it.
Or do you want to just throw this one away?
It really depends, I guess. You go and you talk to the team and just decide based on their demeanor. But from a coaching perspective, I'd let them watch it.
Jake Braun with another hit
Wow.
and a sack, and he does it again.
Turnover on downs.
And so it'll be Rough Riders football, and we've said turnover on downs numerous times today.
Yeah, back to your comment, Rick, I really think it wouldn't be a bad idea just to kind of sit down with them and say, hey, just watch this for 5 minutes and tell me what you think. You know what I mean? From a coaching perspective. Wouldn't think it would be a bad idea.
I can't say I disagree. I think you gotta face the music, right? You gotta take a look at it. This is how it broke down here. This is what we're doing wrong here.
Number 24, whoever that guy is, though, he's a player.
Sure.
I mean, he's a player. There's no question about that.
He's a standout here for this Minnesota team. And, again, the start to their season and a lot of room to grow. But you figure out how to get him more involved. You maybe put him at quarterback.
Yeah, wouldn't be a bad idea. Run like a zone read kind of offense.
Yeah. Philip Ditto back in at quarterback. And he throws that over the middle, completes the pass to Eric Brown. Brown with a stiff arm and a spin, eventually driven back and then knocked forward for the first down. He was hit from behind by big number 99, who's not on our roster.
Yeah, Ditto doing a good job of getting that ball out right away. Big gain, good yards after the catch by Eric Brown. Yak, as we like to call it.
Yes, it's Yak.
Yak. Anthony Miller has a lot of yak. I think he was tops in the FBS for Yak last year.
One of the things I really like about him.
Yep. That's why I was hoping the Packers would take him.
Referring to the Chicago Bears.
Because that's what the Packers do is yak. They don't
New
lie
wide
with
receiver.
anything.
1st and 10 Rough Riders. Ball at the 44-yard line of Minnesota. Low snap. Ditto going to have to pick it up and fall on it.
That's smart.
As they were in quickly. So again, troubles from center. We saw it last week, and we're still seeing it. Those are things that
you got to get those cleaned up.
Need to be worked on, and I can see Jordan Binkin, he's explaining what happened to the rest of the team as they get back to the huddle. Yep. Yeah, I think we mentioned it a few times last week. He's got some work to do, replacing a legendary center in Chad Haas, who was with the team for a long time. Oh, that one is this time. That's Ditto's fault. Came off his hands. That was right to him, and a stiff arm to the sideline. Gets back close to where that play started.
Ditto rocking
lost a yard.
Rocking the Zuba leggings again this week. Look at that. I used to love my Zuba pants when I was a kid.
I still got. I got Bears.
Sundays.
I got Bears Zubas.
Man,
I got Bears Zubas.
Sunday, Packers Zubas.
You'll catch me wearing either my Singletary or my Urlacher jersey with my Zubas on Sundays.
I do like your custom jersey. That one's my favorite.
Custom number 69
yes.
with my name on the back. Yeah.
Yep.
It's funny. I got that jersey, and then Jared Allen came in right after that. It's like, you're not Jared Allen. That didn't turn out so well, no, Jared Allen and the Chicago Bears.
I'm not
did
Jared
it?
Allen. My name's Frankie.
Yeah. He was a Viking. That's what people will remember him, and a Chief. Third down, Ditto with all the time in the world to find a receiver, and up for it was Drew Johnson. He almost caught it after the collision with the coverage. Good coverage there by number 7 on defense for Minnesota. 4th down.
Yeah, Johnson that time with the awareness to try to catch that ball on his back and went off his hands that time.
There's no talking about Jay Cutler here. We can't talk about Jay. We've forgotten about smoking Jay Cutler. He's gone.
Hey, he's the best quarterback
numbers-wise, he had some decent years with numbers. But
smoking Jay's off with his smoking wife and is probably not going to do anything in his smoking career. That's going to be
Jay could figure out ways to lose
acting.
Games against the Packers. It was like he would just find a way.
He just found ways to lose games, period, for the Dolphins last year.
Yeah. He did have some come-from-behind victories. You got to remember those two. But, boy, when it came down to big games against the Packers, he couldn't do it. Eric Brown is going to get wrapped up just at the 49-yard line. And then we've got a little extracurriculars and a flag thrown. And I don't know. It's 48-0, so I don't understand why Nelson Fernandez is celebrating at the center of the field like he just conquered the earth.
Should be probably getting ejected, actually, because he threw a straight punch. That's the second penalty
is he the one that hit the kicker earlier?
Yes.
Boy, I give the Rough Riders credit for not taking it to the next step with this guy. Because I don't know if I was wearing the purple down there that I would. Huh.
I'm surprised he's still in this game.
I am too after the hit on the kicker. Yeah, that was again unimpressive, number 22. Yep, 9 minutes and counting here with the running clock in the fourth quarter. All Rough Riders. This one just kind of gliding along. I don't know that there's going to be a whole lot more
What's
points.
Suber doing? Is he like talking to them while they're in the huddle? Number 51. He's like just going up there, not even with his team. And I think he's jaw-jacking the other team over there.
I don't think they want any part of Suber.
I don't think they do either. I don't want any part of Suber.
Is he coming back to the sideline?
Yeah.
He might have said something to him. Might have been a warning.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, I don't know. He was all by himself, though, talking like right up at the line of scrimmage.
I think you might be right, Rick. He might have been sending a message.
And I think Troy Young just gave him a little fist pump after that. Minnesota football. Got another change at quarterback here. And a throw towards the sideline. Intercepted. Rough Riders football. And it's what he does. J-Rock Staley with an interception. And, boy, that shuffle pass by number 10, who might be Demetrius Hawkins, was ugly.
Yeah. That was not impressive.
That will be the last throw at quarterback for number 10, I believe, this season. Just a guess.
J-Rock Staley having a great game in the secondary today. Making some plays.
Did I hear Tots mentioned? Scott's Tots. All right. Excellent. Ball at the 42 of Minnesota. 1st and 10. Rough Riders with the football again. And let's see it.
And Greenhill's in there
Looks
now.
like Greenhill, who was the head coach before the season started and left to come to the Rough Riders. I don't know if we mentioned that. He'll look to do something. Strips a tackle. He's getting up near the first down marker. Still inbounds, still moving people, and dives ahead to the 31-yard line. First down, Rough Riders.
Yeah, great run by Greenhill, showing the quickness and his ability to break tackles by shifting around and making people miss.
He's been a wide receiver today, that time running the football, and he had quite a few carries last week against the Cowboys. I think he's pretty happy he's wearing purple today.
Yeah, I think another great addition for this team. I was just going to say that, you know, they, like you said, a lot of makeover with people leaving, but so far so good.
First and 10 after the 11-yard pickup by Greenhill. And it's a timeout called down on the field. That will stop the clock with 5:57 remaining here in the fourth quarter. Rough Riders with a commanding 48-0 lead.
I'd still run that clock.
Would you?
I would.
Again, like to thank Matt's Auto and Repair, another Rough Riders sponsor, as well as Shimmy's Trendsetter LLC Apparel by Ray. Also thanks to Subway of La Crosse and Ye Old Style Inn, to name a few. So timeout, and with that timeout, a rare stoppage of the clock here. It's been running since late in the second quarter. And it will be Greenhill again working out of the quarterback position. And Jay to throw. Nice soft pass over the middle, but I don't know that Eric Brown was ready for that one.
Yeah, it didn't look like it. And Peoples is upset because he was sitting wide open over here on the far hash mark with nobody around him. But
I don't know what Jay Greenhill's quarterback experience is, but it seemed like he was pretty much focused on Eric Brown in that situation.
Yep, that's what it looked like.
Comes back from the sideline as he gets another play from the offensive staff. Dan Bridges, Paul Anderson, the offensive coordinators.
Ditto back in at wide receiver.
Andre Spencer, the defensive coordinator, who sees a goose egg up on the board for his end of the game today. Here's Greenhill with blockers in front. First down and more. Finally driven down inside the 20. It was a gang of purple out in front of him.
Yeah, it looked pretty nice. Greenhill making the most of the cavalry in front of him there.
So this entire series being run by Jay Greenhill, the former head coach and president of the Minnesota Vipers.
And that's something.
gets ahead for a couple on that last play. That's
Hey,
Eric Brown.
What's the point of walking over the guy like that, though, if you're a Viper? What's the point? You're down 48-0. I mean, there's no point in that. Just go back to the huddle and get ready for the next play.
We've seen a couple of things that
I know
this game could have gone without.
I understand. I don't understand it.
2 yards on the pickup by Brown.
Remember last week at 7:54, we were just in the first half.
Yeah, we're cruising along a bit different stand than last week. That's right. I think we were done by, 9:30? Here again blocking in front for Greenhill. He spins and gets down to the 8-yard line. Finally mopped up. Another first down, Rough Riders.
Yeah, again, running that toss sweep. Actually, option sweep, I should say.
So I think Greenhill is poised to put the exclamation point on this one here. I think he wants it to be all him on this.
I'm guessing he might want to. That's my thought right
Yeah. Kind of figured at some point we were going to see him. He really wasn't part of the offense a couple series in the first quarter. And then he's been out there for a majority of this fourth. So you got Peoples in the backfield now with Brown. So it looks like a legal substitution. Defense.
Clock's still running, right? Okay, thanks,
it's moving. 2:38 and counting. We're going to be packing it up early. Jeff's got to be happy about that. I bet you he's getting cold up there up top. But you did give him your hot dog, which I thought was nice, Scotty.
Believe it or not, I am a pretty nice guy some days.
I know. Some days.
Just Saturdays, though, right?
Yeah,
That's
just on Saturdays. Here's
Especially if I'm not
Greenhill.
working.
He's got blockers in front of him. Dances to the middle. Greenhill, touchdown.
There it is,
Rough
Rick.
Riders. He does get the exclamation
Yeah,
point.
we called that one. And Greenhill just again on that option sweep. He cuts it back inside in between the tackles. Nice run that time. Good offensive series for the Rough Riders to close this game out for the most part.
54-0. And I don't believe they're going to kick this. I think they're going to maybe go for 2, even though it would look like you're trying to rub it in, but the kicker's hurt.
If you have no other option.
Unless they want Jake Braun to take a shot at it.
It wouldn't be a bad idea.
I'd give him a shot at it. They got to call a timeout, talk it over.
Rick, I think I'm going to head down here.
You going to head on
I
down?
think so.
All right, Scotty Grand's going to head down to the field and see who we can grab here in the postgame. Rough Riders going to be ending this one early with a commanding lead, but still the determination on whether they're going to kick the extra point with Michael Ballwig done for the day. At least it appeared that way, is what he said as he looked hurt on his last extra point attempt. So do the Rough Riders go for 2, or do they give somebody else a shot to kick it? Right now, it looks like they have the go for 2 set, because Jay Greenhill is back out there. And it looks like he's going to go from the quarterback position. Zach Kleinfeld will be split wide right, ditto wide left. Slot receiver is going to be Ryan Hoskins. Peoples in the backfield to the left of Greenhill. See how Greenhill follows up his touchdown scamper. And Greenhill will throw. Sees pressure, a little bit of a pump fake, then throws that one right side. Here's a dive towards the pylon by Soley. He's going to come up just short on the 2-point conversion. So the Rough Riders denied the extra point. They went for 2. And the clock starts back up again. As we'll see if they get a kickoff here before it expires. I don't think the Rough Riders are going to be in any big hurry to kick this ball off. And why would they? 54-0. They slowly make their way onto the field. Scotty Grand's down in position. Scotty, you're going to talk with the coach afterwards, you think?
Yeah, I think I can sneak in there and get him.
How is it down there temperature-wise?
It's definitely cooled off since we came here today. I'd say probably 7, 6 degrees. I don't know.
You still glad you didn't wear a jacket?
I'm not going to comment on that
You're
right
not?
now. No. I have to focus, Rick.
You kind of have Charlie Brown colors on down there.
Oh, yeah? You know,
I won't call you a blockhead.
Hey, thanks. I appreciate that.
We'll see if Lucy can set a football down for you to kick.
Somebody gonna pull it before I kick it then?
The guys are making the grown-up sounds. Wah, 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 wah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
It's all good, man.
Having a little bit of fun. Scotty down there, we'll be talking with him in the post game. Here's the kick with 7 seconds left. And that's going to do it for this contest. The Vipers return it out to the 30-yard line, and that will take care of that. The River City Rough Riders with a 54-0 shutout of the Minnesota Vipers in their very first game in this Northern Elite Football League.